This is a $12.70 Chipotle bowl. And this is a $22.63 Chipotle bowl. And no, I didn't lie to you in the thumbnail and title. The $22 is just the price that you'd be paying for all of the ingredients. But all of those ingredients will give you 4, maybe even 5 bowls, bringing the price of each bowl to just $5.65 each. And you can even tell the difference. They're not even close. Let's cook.
First, let's start with the most important part, the chicken. For the seasoning, add a 7-ounce can of Chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, 4 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and make sure to spill some, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 teaspoons of Subscribe, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 3/4 of a cup of water. Add all of that to a blender and get it nice and blended. I don't know, just get them like this. And then in a big Ziploc bag, put your chicken thighs. I only had about 8, but all this marinade can definitely be enough for at least 12. Pour your mixture into the bag, mix it up, and leave overnight. Or be like me and just do it for 30 minutes. After that, get started with the rice. Wash it completely to remove all the starch, then place on a rice cooker. 2 cups of rice to 3 cups of water, a pinch of Subscribe, and a bay leaf, which I added later because I forgot. When that is finished, we will turn it into the classic Chipotle cilantro lime rice. While we wait for the chicken to marinate and the rice to cook, in a small sauce pot, pour in a big can of pinto beans, 1 bay leaf, a dash of Subscribe, and some cumin. And let that simmer down for around 15 minutes. While that is going, I have a whole head of romaine lettuce, and let's just rough chop it horizontally to get that same cut that Chipotle does, and then set it to the side. Also, don't forget to wash your lettuce or you'll get cooties. Don't say I didn't warn you. I don't know about you guys, but I always slap some pico into my bowl, so let's make it. Dice 1 or 2 tomatoes, put it into a bowl. Fine dice some red onion, put it into a bowl, and also set some aside for later. Here is where you'd fine dice some jalapeno, but I totally forgot to buy it, so yeah. Grab a healthy bunch of cilantro and rough chop it. There is no real technique here, you just want to make them as small as possible so you don't end up like Isma. Also, set some to the side and add to the rice. Depending on how much you made, you want to use 1 or 2 limes. For how much I made, I'll use 2. And add some Subscribe and pepper, not too much because you can always add more, and then give it a taste. Time for some guac. Get 2 ripe Hass avocados and place in a bowl. Add in your leftover cilantro and red onion, the juice of a lime, and Subscribe, pepper, and mix. At this point, your beans should be creamy and delicious, so take them off the heat and set them to the side. There is still a long time before the rice is done, so I'll leave the chicken marinating for as long as possible, which is actually a good thing. 3 business days later, when your rice is done, put it in a container and add a healthy amount of the cilantro that you had left over, the juice of a lime, and mix. Now that your chicken has had the best chance at marinating for as long as possible, its time has come. Get a large whatever you got. With a paper towel, get a layer of some high smoke point oil on the pan and get it ripping hot. Then add your chicken. Your hands will look like this, and although it looks good, resist the urge to give them a lick because this time cooties is the best case scenario. Let the chicken sit for about 6 minutes before giving them a flip. You want it to get those delicious charred spots. When you flip it, now we are looking for temperature. You want it to get to about 162 to 63-ish degrees Fahrenheit or 72 degrees Celsius. I know it should be 165, but don't worry, they will continue to cook those extra degrees after you take them out. Once they reach a temperature where my baby fingers can touch it without burning them, you're gonna cube them by chopping them lengthwise and widthwise. And then it's ready to serve. Now all that is left is to admire your creation.
This is just a regular bowl. Did I even have to specify? This whole corner is just rice. Oh look, there's a little piece of chicken. I mean, it tastes like Chipotle. It tastes like Chipotle. That's all I have to say. I just realized I forgot to do the B-roll before I started taking some bites. So when you see that the B-roll has some bites in it, that's why. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here before I continue the showing and then it just looks totally ugly for the camera. Obviously, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna go to Chipotle ever again. I still think it's one of the better fast food places. But if I have a spare hour, I'll just do this because it's just so much better. And you know what the secret ingredient is that this bowl didn't do for you? Love. I'm gonna do the B-roll and then destroy this. Thank you.